Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Serenity Matheson. So today I wanted to talk about cloth pads, how I clean my cloth pads, and what I use as an alternative whenever I do not have any clean cloth pads left, or if I'm going out somewhere and I don't want to deal with having a cloth pad. So to start, I'll talk about why I started with cloth pads and how I made my own. So I started with cloth pads whenever I realized, I started getting more into eliminating products that aren't good for me, things like shampoo, or like the normal shampoos and conditioners, deodorants, toothpaste, foods, all that kind of stuff. And so it was more of making a switch to a healthier me, and mainly getting rid of a lot of the harsh chemicals that I was using every single day, because the average woman uses over 300 chemicals in her daily routine, and 80 of those are before breakfast. So it is just crazy to think about how many artificial chemicals we're putting into our bodies and what it's doing to us. So that's one of the main reasons I started with cloth pads, was just making a switch to something healthier for me, because our genitals are very, very absorbent, and so whatever you are putting down there, especially with the the normal pads that have chlorine and artificial dyes and fragrances, you're basically pumping your body with an IV of whatever you're putting down there. So that's something to really think about whenever you are grabbing a product, and if you're using Always pads or different type of brand that it specifically does not list all the ingredients, because pad companies don't have to list the ingredients, and they don't have to say, oh, we're not putting, or they don't have to say we're using chlorine in the pads and stuff like that, which is just crazy. And actually there's a study that has shown the effects of the chlorine and everything that they put in pads and feminine hygiene products, that it's leading to problems with reproductive health and among other things, and I'll link that below. But it's just really interesting to me, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this video, is to educate about what we're putting in our bodies. So I have really enjoyed using cloth pads. I actually like it better than regular pads. I feel more secure in them, which I was surprised by that. I thought I would be constantly worried about it, but I haven't found that I haven't. I mean, I was the first couple of times I used it, but ended up being fine. So, I decided to make my own pads, because cloth pads can get expensive, and I figured I could save a little bit of money by making it, and then I know exactly what's in my pad and all that good stuff. So, I started with a piece of cotton fabric. So this is just a normal piece of cotton fabric, and I took one of my other pads and outlined it into the size that I wanted, leaving leaving a little extra room for a seam. So that's what I did, and then so it'll be this is the top part, and then the back part is this material, and it's super soft and absorbent. Well, it doesn't let anything go. It really doesn't let anything go through it. It's called a pool fabric. So you can just get these at any craft store. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, and I took one of my old towels and cut it into an insert, and it's a little thick, so you can kind of see. But this side goes up, faces up, and then I'm not really sure what this fabric is called, but a lot of baby blankets are used making this. It's kind of like a cotton. But anyways, what I do is I sew these two insert pieces together. So this is the bottom and this is the top. And then it kind of lays like this. So you have this bottom part, and then you have this other piece of cotton, and then the towel, and then the nice design on top that you get to look at. So you just kind of sew all that together, and I think I'll do a tutorial video on how I do this, and then I just snap them closed with little snaps that I got, and then you have to have a little snapping machine to put those on too. So yeah, that's how I make my cloth pads. And then what I do whenever I am running low on clean ones, because I only started off making 3 pads and then a handful of panty liners, and so you know, that only lasted like a day. So then I wash it, but in between I would use these pads called, it's like the L brand, and so they're supposed to be made of well, I thought they were supposed to be organic, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, organic cotton. So it says that it is free of rayon, artificial dyes, chlorine, fragrances, deodorants, chloroform, acetone, and then a couple other things that I can't even read off, which are things that you obviously wouldn't want in your feminine hygiene products. Whoops. And then they also do like a 1-for-1 thing, kind of how the shoe brand Tom's does, to where they will, for every package bought, they'll give a package to a girl in need. So that is really awesome to me that they do that. And so these cost about the same as like a pack of Always pads, and I got them at Target. So yeah, and then it tells you exactly what's in the pads, which it is made of organic cotton without the use of pesticides. Absorbent core is chlorine-free wood pulp, and then it has polyolefin backing and adhesive, and that's it. So that's pretty awesome that they had just a handful of ingredients, or materials rather. Excuse me. But they have panty liners, they have regular pads, they have heavy pads, and then they also have tampons, which come in this cute box. And then, so yeah, next time you're at Target, look for these. They cost about the same as any other brand. And yeah, so how I clean and take care of my pads, which is something I had to do a lot of research on before starting, and I couldn't find a lot on it, is I make my own mixture. So I just have this old bottle that was a kombucha bottle, and I washed it in the dishwasher, and then it's just convenient to mix stuff in, I guess. So I fill it mostly with hydrogen peroxide, which just costs a couple of dollars, and so it's hydrogen peroxide, and then I also, to make it smell good, and then also this kind of gets rid of stains as well, is I use this Thieves Cleaner by Young Living. And this stuff works amazing. It is, it's an ultra concentrated household cleaner, but you can really use it on anything. It's just made of a bunch of different oils and a little bit of other stuff, but they're good ingredients for you, so you're not going to be poisoning yourself. But anyways, this cost $22 wholesale and $29 retail, but it lasts forever. Like, this bottle will probably last our house 6 months, and I clean this house like weekly, and I clean every single thing with the Thieves Cleaner. So you just take a capful of it, pour it into a squirt bottle, and then you fill the rest up with water. So it's literally just a capful of this and then water, and it works amazing. And it also helps get rid of stains. So I just pour a capful of this into here, and then I take a container, and once I'm done with my pad, I'll rinse it out in the sink until the water runs clear. I'll put it in a Tupperware container, and then I'll fill it up with like probably a fourth of this, maybe a little less, and then the rest of it is water. And then I'll let it sit for a couple of days until I get the chance to do laundry, and then I'll just throw the pads in with my laundry. Usually I try to throw it in with towels, just because, like, I did that the first time just to make sure it wouldn't stain anything, which it didn't. And they're clean and all that good stuff, and it's really, rinsing them out isn't as gross as I thought it would be. Usually I rinse it and I'll push it together like that to kind of scrub some of it out. But your pads really shouldn't stain that much, as long as you are like rinsing them out, and then you can use cold water, works best, and then scrubbing it, and then letting them soak. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thanks for watching.